Hello children, welcome to Deeksha Online Classes. Today's in mathematics class, we continue with the chapter Vector Algebra, lecture number 3. Last classes, we had scalar definition, vector definition, algebra of vectors, position vector, collinearity of the vectors and their properties. Okay, today's lecture we are going to continue with the topic on coplanarity, right-hand system, and some of the important results and problems. So today's class we discuss regarding coplanarity of the vectors, right-handed system, and important results and certain problems related to that. To start with, first, what are coplanar vectors? I say when you take up any two vectors, there always exists a plane passing through the joining the two vectors. In a sense, I say that the two vectors are always coplanar. So the coplanarity, co means same plane. Coplanar means same plane. So vectors lie in the same plane are said to be coplanar, or parallel to plane is said to be coplanar, provided when it is meaningful when you take up three or more vectors, because two vectors are already coplanar. Null vector is always coplanar with any vector. So therefore, I say three or more vectors are said to be coplanar if they lie on a plane or they lie on a parallel planes. If they lie on a plane or if they lie on parallel planes, they are said to be coplanar. Otherwise, they are called non-coplanar vectors. Okay, right. And there is a certain property. Last lecture we had seen that one. If A comma B are any two non-collinear vectors, you can always construct a vector which is coplanar with A comma B. There exists a vector R bar can uniquely be represented as XA bar plus YB bar. So in the same lines, I say that A comma B comma C are the vectors which are coplanar, where C is nothing but actually R bar. So therefore C bar equals XA bar plus YB bar can definitely be existing uniquely on the plane of constructing by A comma B vectors. Let's proceed to the concept now. As I told you that when two vectors are always be coplanar, and definitely collinear vectors are always be coplanar, and null vector will always be coplanar with the other vectors. Next, what is meant by right-handed system? So right-handed system of three non-coplanar vectors. Three non-coplanar vectors. Now, I would consider two vectors on a plane. Let's say A bar is one vector and B bar is another vector. Okay, and C bar is a vector not coplanar with A comma B. Let me say this is a C bar vector, not necessarily be mutually perpendicular. Okay, looking from the point C, looking from the C vector, if I consider the rotation from A vector to the B vector through an angle theta less than 180 degrees. If I consider the rotation on the plane from A to B through an angle of 180 less than 180, and if the rotation direction is in anti-clockwise direction, then I say ABC set to form A comma B comma C is set to form right-handed system. I repeat once again. The rotation taken from A vector to the B vector through an angle less than 180 is in anti-clockwise direction observing from C. Then ABC is set to form right-handed system. Also, if ABC form a right-handed system, BCA and CAB cyclically, if you interchange them, they also form right-handed system. If the three vectors do not form a right-handed system, they are said to form actually left-handed system. So I say the definition wise. Let A bar equals to OA bar and B bar is OB bar. C bar is equals to OC bar be the three non-coplanar vectors. Then the triad of three real numbers, the triad of three vectors, vector triad A bar, B bar, C bar are set to form a right-handed system if the angle of rotation from A to B is in anti-clockwise direction, observing from C through an angle less than 180 degrees. Otherwise, they set to form right-handed, left-handed system. Hope you understood. This is about right-handed system. Suppose if ABC are mutually perpendicular, then I say it is also called orthogonal right-handed system. Orthogonal triad. You can say that. If ABC are mutually perpendicular. I say now, if ABC form a right-handed system, then the triad BCA CAB also form a triad in right-handed system. Coming to theorem on coplanar vectors. This is a much important one. If I consider three vectors which are A comma B comma C which are non-coplanar. If ABC are non-coplanar, there exists a vector which is R bar called space vector. There R bar is also called space vector. There exists a space vector which is R bar can be uniquely be written in the form R bar is equals to XA bar plus YB bar plus ZC bar. So if ABC are non-coplanar, there exists a vector R bar which can uniquely be represented as R bar equals XA bar plus YB bar plus ZC bar, where XYZ are unique scalars. How do you go with this? It's a simple actually. Take up ABC would take up that. I would consider here A bar, B bar and C bar are any three vectors. This is A bar and A bar is this vector, B bar is this vector, C bar is this vector which are non-coplanar. I consider a point P in space such that whose position vector is nothing but R bar. Whose position vector is R bar. Through the point P, take through the point P and drop the take the planes passing which are parallel to AOB and BOC and COA through the point P. Okay, construct through the point P, consider the planes parallel to AOB, BOC and COA. That forms a parallelogram. That forms a parallelepiped. That forms a parallelepiped over here. And that parallelepiped looks like this one. With the R bar as the diagonal. This OP as a diagonal. And I say that parallelepiped intersecting the vector A bar at L and intersecting the vector OB at point M and OC at point N. Let's say this point is R and this point is S as like this diagram wise. Hope you understood. Through the point O, I am taking the planes parallel to AOB, BOC and COA, and thereby a parallelepiped is formed with OP as the diagonal of the parallelepiped. Okay. Now in this diagram, if you clearly observe, don't you say that OL is collinear with A bar? OL is nothing but this vector and this is collinear with A bar. This is A bar vector total. Therefore, I say that OL can be written as some scalar into A bar. Similarly, OM is parallel with B bar, collinear with B bar. OM is parallel to B bar. So therefore I say OM is equals to some scalar into B bar. Similarly, ON is collinear with C bar. Therefore, ON can be written as some scalar into C bar. Now, consider the plane AOB vector. AOB when you take up, and there is a parallelogram OLQM. This is a parallelogram, right? OLQM. OLQM is a parallelogram. So OLQM, a parallelogram. In a parallelogram, if you apply parallelogram law of addition of vectors when you take up, we know when two vectors are taken along the sides of the parallelogram, then their resultant will be along the diagonal. That is, OQ vector is sum of OL and OM. So therefore, I say that OQ vector, written it as a OL plus OM, and that is equals to XA bar plus YB bar. That is OQ vector. In the same lines, in the same way, consider the parallelogram OQPN. This is a parallelogram. So therefore, OQP and PC and PN, this is N. So therefore, OQPN parallelogram. So OQPN. So this is another parallelogram. In that parallelogram, OP is the diagonal. OPQN. Then I say from parallelogram OQPN parallelogram. So therefore, OQPN parallelogram, OP can be written as OQ plus ON. OP is equals to OQ plus ON. And therefore, we know OQ is equals to XA bar plus YB bar plus ON is already ZC bar. That is equal to ZC bar. And OP is a position vector of the point P. So, R bar is equals to XA bar plus YB bar plus ZC bar is the required answer. So, therefore, if ABC are three non-coplanar vectors, then any vector R bar can uniquely be represented as like this. Okay. So, this is a theorem on non-coplanar vectors. Coming to next, what is a right-handed system of orthonormal vectors? Orthonormal vectors. Let us see that. A triad of three non-coplanar vectors I, j, k is said to be a right-handed system of orthonormal vectors. IJK are unit vectors. IJK mutually perpendicular unit vectors. I is perpendicular to J, J is perpendicular to K, K is perpendicular to I. So I, J and K are the three unit vectors, mutually perpendicular unit vectors, is said to form orthonormal vectors. If they are not unit vectors, then I say orthogonal. Orthonormal means not only mutually perpendicular, they are unit vectors. And they form a right-handed system. They are the unit vectors and angle between them is 90 degrees. Okay, now we shall take up this one as an application to three-dimensional coordinate geometry. Right-handed system of orthonormal vectors. In a rectangular Cartesian system, IJK be the unit vectors along the positive x-axis, y-axis and z-axis respectively, then the triad of the vectors form a system of orthonormal triad. So, the unit vectors along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis are represented by I, j, k. I, j, k. are the unit vectors along the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. And therefore, I say that if p x comma y comma z, if p x comma y comma z with the coordinates x, y, z be any point in in the space whose position vector is r bar. If p x, y, z is any point with the position vector r bar, then I can express that r bar as uniquely x multiplied by I bar plus yj bar zk bar for unique scalars x, y, z. For there, these x scalars are nothing but components of the vector r bar. At the same time, they are actually the coordinates of the point P. Actually, they are the coordinates of the point P. Therefore, the components of the vector r bar x comma y comma z are called the components. So now we define the thing as like this. If P is a point in space, P is any point in space, there exists unique triad of three real numbers. There exists unique triad of three real numbers such that OP bar nothing but R bar is equals to Xi plus Yj plus Zk are called the coordinates of the point P denoted by X comma Y comma Z. X comma Y comma Z. Nothing but it is a repetition of the previous concept. Okay. And XYZ are called the components and IJK are called the base of the vectors. They are called the basis of the system. R bar, J bar and of course I cap, this is I cap, J cap and K cap. Okay, I hope it is the former right-handed system. Conveniently, I can also take up this XYZ from here. I say this is X whose unit vector is I cap and this is a Y axis and whose unit vector along this is J cap and this is a OZ and I say this is a K cap. I cap, J cap and K cap. OX, OY, OZ and the position vector of this point is R bar. Right? OP bar can be written as Xi plus Yj plus Zk. So from here onwards, if you take up any point P in space with coordinates x, y, z, I can write the position vector of the point P as Xi plus Yz plus Zk. That way we can write down. So examples. If R bar equals Xi plus Yz plus Zk, and the magnitude of R bar is nothing but root over x square plus y square plus z square. We know that is nothing but actually the distance from origin. That is this length. Magnitude is nothing but distance of the point from origin. And of course, it's simple. If A bar is any vector, magnitude is modulus A. 2i 3j minus 6k is a vector whose magnitude is nothing but under root of 2 square plus 3 square plus 6 square is nothing but 7. 4 plus 9 plus 36. And square root of 1 square plus 1 square plus 1 square and that is nothing but root 3. And this also it is 1 square plus 2 square plus 2 square and that is equals to 3. And now let us consider one more result. If the position vectors of the 2 points are x1i plus y1j plus z1k and x2i plus y2j plus z2k, then modulus of pq is equals to under root of x2 minus x1i plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. Okay, let me consider. Suppose if this is the point P with the position vector whose coordinates are nothing but x1 comma y1 comma z1 and this is the point Q whose coordinates are x2 comma y2 comma z2. Then I say actually the PQ bar is nothing but actually position vector of terminal point minus position vector of initial point. And that is nothing but actually x2 minus x1 times I. x2 minus x1 times of I cap plus y2 minus y1 times of j cap plus z2 minus z1 times of k cap, and whose magnitude is nothing but under root of, okay, so x2 minus x1 the whole square. I can write in a simple way under root of sigma x2 minus x1 whole square, right? And some more important results with about the unit vectors. A unit vector in the direction of a cap is equals a bar by modulus a bar. Unit vector parallel to a bar is given by a plus or minus a cap b cap, because when you take up any vector a bar, unit vector, okay, in the same direction, I can, if this is a bar, a cap will be in the same direction. But he said parallel to a bar means it may be in either of the direction, so plus or minus. And of course, this is a revision. Two vectors are collinear means one is a scalar multiple of the other one. When 3 points are collinear, we can write two vectors from A point, B point, C point. So AB vector, AC vector, one can be written as a scalar multiple of the other one. And a vector in the direction of A having the magnitude is given by unit vector multiplied by the magnitude of it. Okay, now we take up some examples based on these concepts. It's very simple. Find the length of the vector PQ is equals to, okay, P is equals to 1 minus 1, 2. So P is equals to 1 comma minus 1 comma 2. Q is equals to 3, 4 minus 2 equals to 3, 4 minus 2. You need to find out what is the length PQ vector. So let me calculate first. The position vector of the point P is written as 1 into I minus 1 into j plus 2k. I can write this one, and from here OQ is equal to 3 into I cap plus 4 into j cap minus 2 into k cap. Now calculate PQ vector, that is OQ minus OP. So OQ minus OP, and that is equal to Q minus P, that is 2I cap plus 5 times j cap minus 4 times k cap. And clearly the magnitude of PQ is nothing but under root of 2 square plus 5 square plus minus 4 whole square. That is equal to under root of 4 plus 25 plus 16. So that is equal to root 45. Root 45 means 9 5s. I think 3 root 5. So the magnitude is equals to 3 root 5 or root 45 is answer. I hope it's simple. Let's take up example 2. A given to you 1 minus 1 to I. B given to you, C given to you, A plus B plus C. Isn't it just addition? A bar is equals to I minus 2j plus k. I minus 2j plus k. So A bar is equals to I minus 2j plus k. And B bar is equals to 2I 4j 5k minus 2I plus 4j plus 5k. And C vector is equals to I minus 6j minus 7k. I minus 6j plus 7k. You're asked to find what is the sum A plus B plus C, magnitude and unit vector in the direction of A plus B plus C. Okay, so what is the vector actually will be getting? A plus B plus C. Just add the components of I. I hope this is just 1 into I. This is 1 into I minus 2. Plus 1 minus 2, 0. So 0 multiplied by I cap. And j means it is minus 6 minus 2 minus 8 minus 4j. 7 plus 1, 8 plus 5, 12, 13. Plus 13 times of k. Yeah, I think it is minus 7k. Yes, of course, this is minus 7k. Minus 7 plus 6. I hope it is minus k. Sorry, it is minus k. So a plus b plus c is equals to minus 4j minus k. And the magnitude of a plus b plus c is equals to under root minus 4 whole square plus minus 1 whole square. 16 plus 1 equals to root 17. This is a magnitude. And unit vector in the direction of this one, n cap. N cap is equals to a plus b plus c vector divided by magnitude a plus b plus c. That is equals to 1 by root 17 times minus 4j minus k. Minus 4j minus k. Okay. So that's about n cap vector. Minus 4j minus k. This is minus root 17 minus 4j minus k. Coming to example 3. Find a vector in the direction of this which has a magnitude of 8. 5 minus 1, 2. So a bar 5 minus 1 and 2k. So 5i minus j plus 2k. And the required magnitude is this one. You are given a vector. A bar is a vector. Okay, a bar is a vector whose magnitude is modulus of a. But you require a vector which is parallel to this one. Yes, of course, in the same direction of this one, in the direction of this vector, but having a magnitude is 8. You need a vector which is of magnitude is equals 8 parallel to a. Okay, first calculate unit vector in this direction. To calculate, first you calculate magnitude of a, which is under root of 25 plus 1 plus 4. I hope 5 square minus 1 whole square, 2 square. 25 plus 6. Yes, I think it is 4 plus 1, 5, root 30. Okay, so therefore, unit vector in the direction of a is given by, it is 1 by a bar by modulus of a. That is equals to 1 by root 30 times of, it is 5i minus j plus 2k. Now you require vector which is of magnitude is equals to 8. So a vector of magnitude. So vector of magnitude 8 in the direction of a bar is equals to 8 times a cap. That's it. That is equals to 8 multiplied by 1 by root 30 times 5i minus j plus 2k. Plus 2k. Okay. This is required answer. Yes. Let's come to the next fourth example. Show that the two vectors are collinear. So it's simple. A bar and B bar. One is a scalar multiple of other one. 2 minus 3, 4. A bar is equals to 2i minus 3j plus 4k. 2i minus 3j 4k. Minus 4i plus 6j 8k. B bar is equals to minus 4i plus 6j minus 8k. These are the two vectors given to you. Can I take up b vector by taken common here? So b vector minus 2 if you take out a common, this is 2 into 2 4 minus 3j plus 4 times of k. But this is the vector a bar. Therefore, I say that b bar is equals to minus 2a. That means one vector is written as scalar multiple of a, where t is a scalar. So if one vector is written as scalar multiple of a, which implies a bar, b bar are collinear vectors. They are collinear vectors. Hope it's clear. So one is a scalar multiple of other one, they are collinear. Next example. The position vectors of the 3 points are given to you. Prove that ABC are collinear. It is similar to the last lecture concept. You are given ABC points with the position vectors. You are asked to show that ABC are collinear, means from the 3 points you frame the 2 vectors. From that you will be getting required answer. Let's say A is equals to minus 2, 1, minus 1. A with the position vector minus 2, 1 minus 1 plus j minus k. And B with the position vector B bar is equals to minus 4, 2, 2. Minus 4 plus 2j plus 2k. And C with the position vector C bar 6 minus 3, 13. 6 minus 3, 13 k. So ABC are the 3 points with the position vectors given to you. Prove that ABC are collinear. From these 3 vectors, let me frame 2 vectors. AB bar is equals to position vector of terminal point minus position vector of initial point. B minus A. Minus 4 plus 2. I hope we'll be getting minus 2i cap. Minus 2i cap. And 2 minus 1 plus j cap. Okay, minus 4 minus 2. So minus 4. Minus 4 plus 2. 2 minus 1. I hope you'll be getting minus 4, 2, 2. Minus 2, 1, minus 1. Subtracting minus 2, 1 and 3. Plus 3k cap. And let me consider AC vector. AC vector is equals to, it is a position vector of C minus position vector of A, that is equals to C minus A. The components are 6 minus 3 minus 13. From that you are subtracting minus 2, 1 minus 1. So you will be getting 6 minus 8 minus 4 minus 13 plus 1 minus 12. So therefore 8i minus 4j minus 12k. From here, why can't you take a minus 4 common? So you'll be getting minus 2i plus j plus 3k. Of course, so from here, you can substitute here. Therefore, AC bar can be written as AC bar is equals to minus 4 times of AB bar. Clearly you can see that AC vector and AB vector are collinear. They are collinear. Once they, therefore, I say they lie on the same line. That implies A comma B comma C are collinear points. They lie in the same line. Hope it is clear. Okay, that's about the collinearity points. Next, the example 6. Show that the 3 points with the position vectors respectively form the vertices of a right angled triangle. Very, very important one. So many times it has come for the examination, final board exam. So careful in simplifying this one. Try to understand. You are given the points, position vectors of the 3 points A comma B comma C. So of a triangle, position vectors of the vertices of the triangle. Okay, we have to prove that right angle triangle. You know the meaning of right angle triangle means the triangle sides would form would follow Pythagoras theorem. AB square plus BC square is equals to AC square concept. Let me consider the position vectors of the triangle. So the 3 vertices, given vertices are A with the position vector 3 minus 4 minus 4, 3 minus 4 minus 4k, and B with the position vector 2 minus 1 1, 2 minus 1 1, and C with the position vector 1 minus 3 minus 5, 1 minus 3 minus 5. So these are the 3 points with the position vectors A, B and C. Let me calculate the vector AB, and then we calculate what you call the length. AB vector is equals to, it is a position vector of B minus position vector of A, B minus A. I hope we'll be getting minus I, ABC position vectors. Okay, AB is equals to minus I plus 3J plus 5K, and whose magnitude AB length is given by under root minus 1 square 9 plus 25, you'll be getting root 34. And calculate AC vector, that is C minus A. AC vector, that is C minus A, that is equals to, C minus A means minus 2I plus J, and minus 5 minus 4 minus K, and whose magnitude modulus AC is equals to under root of 4 plus 1 plus 1, that is equals to root 6. And BC vector, that is equals to position vector of C minus position vector of B, that is equals to C minus B minus I minus 2J minus 6K, and whose magnitude of BC is equals to under root minus 1 whole square minus 2 whole square, I think it is a 4 plus 36, 36, 40, 41, root 41. Wow, it's clear that you can see sum of squares of these two is equals to BC square. I'll write here. So I think it is easy for you to, yeah, we have a gap here. So we shall write down here. So AB square plus AC square is equals to BC square. So modulus of AB square plus modulus of AC square is equals to, it is a 34 plus 6. 34 plus 6, which is 41, and that is equals to modulus of BC square. So AB square plus AC square is equals to BC square. Therefore, triangle ABC formed by these 3 points is a right angled triangle. Right angled triangle. So it's easy to prove that it's a right angle triangle. I think you can also show that if different problems of this type, you can show that it's a right angle triangle, equilateral triangle, right angle isosceles or isosceles triangle or scalene triangle, like that. This model, just by finding the sides lengths by this method here. Hope it's clear. Okay, there's about a few points related with this one. Okay, so what did we learn today? So we had the coplanarity of the vectors, a right-handed system, and some important results related with right-handed system and the problems related to this one. Okay, based on this one, you just go through once again all the concepts of this one, try to work out the homework sums given to you, and this will be sending it to you. Okay, so that you can work out at leisure, and you can work out, or you can just pause it and then work out for problems from this one. Though they are bit 13 sums are there, they are very easy, and you can see easily about the calculation of the problems. Okay, I conclude this lecture now. Thank you.